This is the K-Pop Cast, and tonight we've waited 3 years, but BlackPink is finally back.
We also share hit replays from Twice, BABYMONSTER, Yung Raja, and Jay Park.
But before we get into those topics, guys, don't forget to join the K-Pop Cast listener family on Slack and help chip in for our show costs. Of course, links to everything in the episode description. Now let's just get into it. Like, hit replays. Let's go.
I'm your host, Stephanie.
I'm DJ John.
And I'm your PD name, Michaela, guys. And hit replays, of course, are our K-pop song recommendations for the week. And DJ John, kick us off. What is your hit replay for this week?
I just chose BABYMONSTER because you already picked something else I was going to pick, so I ain't going to spoil it. But it's all good.
John is wearing his Twice hat.
Right.
Hint,
so that's
hint,
a clue
hint,
as to
hint,
what
hint,
he was
hint,
going
hint.
to pick.
But anyway, BABYMONSTER Hot Sauce hit my funny bone because they're hilarious. I don't really know too much about them, except they're coming to Oakland, right?
Yep. I'm getting all the IG ads.
Yep. We're going to be in the building probably.
Yeah, why not?
And this song is very funny because it's just like an electro, fast-paced, like JJ Fad, Fergalicious kind of like, It's got that electro, like Planet Rock hip-hop thing. But then they're just like rhyming. And the what do you call it? The orchestra hits that are in it, they just sound like Kids Bop or Yo Gabba Gabba. And it makes me laugh.
Bop.
But then they start like, going in on the lyric. I'm just like, hey, because they start fast rhyming and stuff, and I was like, say what? So it's got its moments, but it is hilarious. So
I would say they're living up to their name. They're giving you the baby and the monster.
Yeah, good point. That's what it is. So that's my hit replay.
I just gotta say the hat that the center is wearing at the very beginning is dope. It's like this oversized red hat.
It's like the Eddie Griffin Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing that. They're doing it.
They have committed to the bit. Costuming, the sound, the lyrics, they've committed to the bit.
And y'all too young to remember Latrim. They had a record called
I don't know
The Cars
who
That Go. We like the cars that go boom. And they were just kind of like, hilarious with it. But it's kind of the same idea, I think. So these producers must have known all that stuff.
Yeah, it kind of has the Baby Got Back sound.
Yeah.
To it.
It definitely
that whole
mix
genre,
in.
that whole time. Yeah.
We got to teach you how to DJ because the way that we think. It's just like, Baby Got Back into BABYMONSTER. It is what it is. And then Ooh Baby Baby from Salt and Pepper is some little wordplay.
Baby. Okay, I could. That would be so fun to put all those together.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Do y'all have a K-pop throwbacks night coming up?
Nah, I'm doing a silent disco at some point, but I'll talk about that later. All right, let's continue on.
Dope. Yeah, but I digress. My hit replay is a little less retro and more futuristic. It is Yung Raja featuring Jay Park with Miss Call.
Watch out.
Wanna hit your line all day. Wanna get body always. Something just for you and me, let's get it right. Wanna back up, man. I can't sleep. Wanna back up, man. Need a none of she's stressed. I don't put a text, need out of my time. It's a kaga, send you and a kaga.
So for those of us who don't know Yung Raja, I didn't before seeing this song turn up on my YouTube recommendations. Yung Raja is a Singaporean Tamil rapper and songwriter known for his use of Tanglish, aka Tamil and English together in his raps. He is highly successful. He's been on the Jimmy Fallon show. He's like toured around. He used to be signed to Def Jam Records all the way up until him leaving the label last year and going independent and collaborating with a lot of international artists, including K-pop's very own Jay Park. So it doesn't have a video. They've performed it live a few times, but I was just immediately hooked on this beat, on this sound. Very fast paced, I love it. Jay Park speaks a little Tamil in the lyrics, which is like a South Asian language, one of the oldest languages in the world. And I'm just like, okay, Jay, I see you like reaching across the aisle internationally, especially the past few years, collaborating with Chinese artists, Japanese artists. But like what's unusual for K-pop is the collaboration with Southeast Asian artists. So going to Singapore, Thailand, he's collaborated with a Khmer Cambodian rapper as well. I am encouraged to see this kind of like cross-regional solidarity, and the music is fire.
Didn't he do something with A-Witch too?
Yes, A-Witch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's all over the place, all over Asia.
Yeah, and I love how he attempts to speak the language, like in all of his little his features. Why not?
Sure.
Mr. Worldwide.
Awesome. Mr. Worldwide to infinity.
New Mr. Worldwide, yeah. Did any of y'all listen to it?
I haven't heard it.
It's my true hit replay. I've been bumping it.
All right. We got to hang more because it's like I need, your ears to the ground more than me. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that.
Right. I heard it, but I'll be honest, Stephanie, most of my listening time has been spent on the album that my hit replay is a part of.
Your hit replay. All right, I'll pass it right over to you. What you got?
My hit replay, best hit replay of the week, and I feel like DJ John will agree with me this time. I don't know, maybe? Yeah?
Probably.
Anyway, my hit replay comes from the NJ unit of Twice.
NJ
That is not their official name, that is the name that I am calling them. Of course, it is Baditude from Twice. Naya, Jonghyun, Momo, and
your eyes like in on my hips, left to the right. We can do this thing all night. I don't even bite, but I'm night. Time is good. I know you wanna bring it up, bring it up, bring it over here. I know you wanna feel this heat. Whoa, what's that? Them girls don't know how to act. Anyway, got the speakers on.
So Baditude, of course, is one of the many tracks on the 13/16 long album that Twice has just released.
Length.
This Is 4 album, and again, one of the better albums that they've released in a long time, at least for me.
Yes.
I mean, their music has always been like my favorite because they're Twice, but there's just a different energy coming into this album, I think, that they put into their previous albums, which I just really love. And I think Baditude is a great example of that. Even though it's a unit song, I think it's a good representation of like the kind of sound and the kind of style and the kind of attitude that Twice has now in their new era.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe that attitude or style?
It's one of the grown, sexy, and don't give a F. Like that's
bad
I feel like
bitch alert.
What?
Yes.
Like,
well, then one thing is they're not cussing yet. They're still not cussing. They're still keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Still clean.
I know. Will they ever?
But in the video, they definitely, like for the lead single, they're definitely like twerking and stuff. Booty stuff is happening more
Booty
than
stuff is happening.
Yeah. I was just like, say what?
That's encouraging.
Crazy. Yeah, it is definitely encouraging.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I
really enjoyed this. I was like, yes, more of this from Twice, please. Like, especially, Jonghyun with her lower vocal tone, just like being able to really lean in strong. I'm like, yes. Embody that Megan Thee Stallion energy. Come on,
for
ladies.
real. Like, this is another great like song that could have had another Megan verse on it.
Right? Yeah. Megan would have bodied this.
There's so
and it's not too late,
Yeah, right?
The remix.
For real.
Maybe it's already been done. Who knows?
Or maybe we can finesse one with another verse from a different song, like we used to.
Hey.
Yeah, just make a mashup.
That's
Maybe
true.
we stem separate it and just throw one in there. Force one.
Easy.
Let's do it.
Light work.
Okay, but we
thanks for highlighting this, because my YouTube autoplay like started going through all the other B-sides, and I was like, yes, I like this one and this one and this one.
Right?
Great album.
So if you haven't gotten to a Twice album, this is the best album to get started, and especially since it's a better representation of who Twice is now.
All grown up.
Good.
Okay, but we have to get into now the other big girl group release from this
grown
week.
up powerhouses.
We are talking about BlackPink.
In
Jump.
your area.
Yes.
Yeah.
The comeback after 3 years.
Yes. Wait,
3
been
years
so
away.
long. I saw that teaser pop up on my YouTube algorithm, and I was like, cool, a lovely fan-made piece of
fan-made
content.
video.
I know, right?
No way this is a real release from all 4 members of BlackPink.
No way they
Yeah.
got all of them in the same room.
I know.
Yeah.
I talked to you about that, right? When I was talking to my Interscope guy, and how it's like it's not easy to get them to do anything because they all have their own entourages, their own teams. They're all like separate. They have their own careers. So it's just like getting them to kind of show up is like getting like the president and getting like, you know, the former president and also getting like, I don't know, an ambassador from another country. So it's like they got to move. They really got to shift around things. Like they're big wigs, all of them.
Yeah,
So-
especially this past year, 2024, 2025. All of them went just like full throttle on their solo projects.
Yeah. So for it to happen this quickly is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Or maybe debatable on how good it actually is. Right?
Oh,
So maybe first
dang,
let's
shots
get into
fired.
the reaction
okay.
video of
Good.
the
All
music
right.
video for Jump, and
Let's
then maybe
react.
we'll get into the nitty gritty about the comeback.
So we're doing a live reaction here on the show. And so if you want to react along with us, just pull up the YouTube video for BlackPink Jump, and I'll give the countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. You press play when I say play. All right. So are we ready, PD Neem?
No, because I pressed
No.
the stop share button instead of the hide button.
Psych.
Okay, I'll just
It's
cut
been,
this
it's
part
been a
out.
minute, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't cut it out. It's good content.
No, we're
You
cutting
know
this
the
out.
rules.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
Bloopers.
Yeah, save
Okay,
it for
great.
the
Okay,
blooper
now
reel.
we're ready.
All right, 3. Go ahead.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Whoa. Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Yeah, this is totally
Dave
like
Myers.
Spider-Verse.
Famous Dave Myers.
Dave
Who
Myers.
directed
Yep.
like Ariana Grande and stuff like that.
Big.
All the members, Lisa, Jisoo, everybody. And this, see, that camouflage,
Badass.
that's so crazy how they did that just there. All right. This is hilarious. With the mouths.
She's like
Wow.
dancing inside the mouth.
And then inside that, wow, see, disturbing right there. What?
Whoa, yeah, sliced in half.
And the eardrum. What?
They're in the ears. They're in my ear. Okay, so BlackPink is implanted inside everyone's body,
in
making
your
them
area.
go crazy.
It's a bang. Oh, see,
The beat.
the club.
Spice up your life. Spice Girls reference.
Basically. Yeah, they cussing. They full on cussing. There's no clean version also, I checked.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, they are cussing up a storm.
They don't care.
Should learn
Times have
something twice.
changed. And they run really fast there and not being winded. That's pretty good. They ain't shape.
I don't think that's really them.
Wow.
There's definitely some AI going on in the
So
video.
is this like Train to Busan? What's happening?
Train to Busan? It does remind me of that.
Yeah, this gravity stuff is
The
crazy.
zombie movie.
I like how they're tilting and everybody's rolling off.
That's a cool effect.
And then I like this too.
Jisoo
With the-
just chilling.
yeah, sparks coming out her elbow.
Oh, I love this part with Lisa.
And
So
Lisa just
strong,
stepping
so badass. Stiff-armed motorcyclist.
Everybody headbanging.
Yeah, that's
This,
what you do to this,
collage
right?
was crazy
Euro
right there.
pop, Euro dance.
I know. And they stop and then they start. Like, that's some choreography. Everybody is like a dancer. And they fly.
The way they layered this crowd, though, is so unsettling. It's like zombies.
This
Yeah,
is
they
so
are like
crazy.
zombies.
Them flying around aimlessly.
This part of the song is really Teddy coded.
Yeah. I mean, it's Diplo.
The trap break. Yeah, Diplo.
Okay, a little break in the music, and they're flying up toward the thing, and then what? Oh yeah, then they have the chord
transposed.
change. Yep, they transpose
New
right
chord.
there. Well, this is very in the club. Look at that. Let's see. Big budget.
Yeah.
Sparks flying.
It's nighttime now.
This is Marvel level, theater.
Yeah. This part reminds me of Bobby You Mad video.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Where he jumps off the
Are you
building,
mad?
he's flying
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
And then they end up with Jenny having bangs and glasses.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right?
What had happened? So
For a second, I was like, why she look so... She has bangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what? I was like, are we watching The Incredibles? Anyway.
Okay, so who else feels like they just like worked out or ran?
Yeah,
lap?
basically.
For real.
I feel that in my heart.
I mean, it was produced by Diplo, and who's the other producer? Do you remember?
Ooh,
Well, Teddy's on
I
it.
mean,
It's Diplo.
Teddy's on it.
24.
Someone
Zakai.
named
Claudia
Jumpa.
Valentina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wide
Malachi
international team. Malachi.
and Jesse Blue.
I feel like it's Diplo.
Yeah, I
pretty-
think
pretty
Diplo's
much
the
it's
main
Diplo.
character.
Yeah, because of the Baltimore Club and that.
Baltimore
So
Club. Yeah.
in terms of the musical part of it,
Yeah.
the beats are. You don't remember this song either from a movie. What's it called? Train Spotting from the 90s. And anyway,
Gosh.
it's a very famous movie about heroin. But anyway, there's a song called Born Slippy by Underworld on there.
Okay.
And it had this, if you heard it, you would know what it is, but it had that like kick drum. And then there's a part in the song, because it's like a 6 or 7 minute song or whatever. And the kick drum just does this bass like boom, 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 boom. And then he starts like rapping over it, kind of weirdly singing. But it has that heavy reverb kick drum
Yes.
that goes at that pace. And that spawned all of Eurotrash.
Wow, really? That one song, huh?
I don't know if that's true, and I'm probably wrong, but that's before
I hear it.
Before that, I hadn't heard that before like that. And then everything started to sound like that, and I was like, this sucks, you know what I mean? But then eventually it just became so ubiquitous, and now that they're using it, because it's like, I have played international nights and international patrons that come to the club, and they want to hear this stuff because that's what they in Germany and
Yep.
in France and wherever else, South America, Spain,
Yes.
they want to hear this. Ukraine, they all vibe to this because it's crazy energy. And so for them to make that as a choice musically, I think was really smart because
Exactly.
and that even the chords that they're dun, 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 that is like I forget what the song was from 2000, but there's a song that kind of does that. Those same kind of chords,
European song.
that's where they're doing it. Yeah, and then a bunch of songs sounded like that. And the guy named Pickle, who I think is Mac J, he has a new record that kind of does a lot of that too. So it's all kind of like, it's very smart how they did it.
Yeah, yeah. I was watching some of the reactions, and there's a vocal coach named Katrinka on YouTube, who is immediately caught because she's from that region. She was like, yes, this is Slavic, Balkan, Eastern European in origin. And she's like almost in tears for how like nostalgic it is for her and her community.
Hit her right there. Hit her right in the teen years. That's how you got to get them.
90s,
Sweet.
2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of these genres: hard style, hard bass.
You haven't heard of hardstyle?
I don't think so.
It used to be called hard house, and
Hard
then it turned
house,
into
okay.
hard style because it's basically
Fascinating.
just house except it's fast, 145 BPMs.
Yeah, 145 BPM.
But then you can just go into trap because trap is usually around 70, 72,
Yeah, yeah.
You
You,
just-
can just
you
take
just
it
half-time
directly,
it.
half it. Yeah.
and everybody does the Matrix. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was it? Peter also said like he mentioned that it's a big departure with this like a more upbeat BPM, the 140, 145 versus what he says that is the Teddy Park more like 420 inspired rhythm, like very slower.
It's
the trap.
definitely a departure from How You Like That, Pink
Mhm.
Venom.
Pink Venom
Yeah,
very
yeah.
specifically because that was their
Slow.
last comeback back in 2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's this, and then you can go faster, which then you get into drum and bass territory.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then it's like it's insane. But
Feel like a lot of folks are saying, and this was my first thought too, that audio wise, this is a successor to Boombayah. It's closest to Boombayah in their discography. It's just like fun, party, intense the whole time. The choreo is a little similar to like waving the hair around.
Similar in the, what would we say, giving Boombayah Zumba in the simplicity of the
sure
the movements, but it's still kind of the same kind of forms that you would see from the
you've got the whip your
choreography.
hair back and forth, jumping, partying kind of thing in both of those.
It's a little tighter though in terms of, they tighten it up and it's lean and mean because it's over before you know it. Boombayah takes its time.
It does. Well, all the songs took their time back then. We're in the era of TikTok, sadly.
They didn't quit it.
In my dang.
Sorry.
That's one way
Just
to
came
put
to
it.
mind. It's funny too because it's like, songs like in the 60s were like this because they were only 2 minutes long.
Really?
It's weird. Yeah, like the Beatles, like early stuff. It was all just like
early
2 minutes.
stuff was.
It was just like done. Peace.
Was that because of the limitations of physical media, though?
A little bit like Forbes, but it wasn't that either. It was just I don't know. I don't know if it was attention span.
It was
thing or
longer when
something.
they performed it live, I thought, than
I don't
the
know.
studio recording. But yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, yeah. That guy on YouTube, Rick Beato, he talks about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is, right?
Can we think of any other K-pop songs in recent history that have gone this direction musically?
Like the hard style? I've heard some, but nothing that comes to mind immediately. Like this.
I think this is a smart differentiating choice.
Yeah.
For the writers, the producers.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it had a lot of names on it, but I really feel like this is just Diplo, really, because it's like maybe somebody said, "Oh, I feel like the other people may have just been like approving. Yeah, I like that, so they got a credit." Who knows?
Dang.
I don't know anything.
I definitely hear Teddy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna play this at the silent disco.
Do it. See if people like do the official choreo or if they like do the zombie choreo.
It's a 2-hour set, so I'm definitely playing it more than once. You know what I mean?
Do it.
Yeah. Kayla, what did you think of it? Because you, I don't know. You said a little spicy thing.
How do you feel about
said a little spicy thing earlier?
The audio?
Okay, well, no, just talking about the audio.
Yeah.
Again, it's really hard because right now they're competing with Twice and me getting back into BTS's discography in upcoming anticipation of their return.
Oh, man.
And then like a lot of other releases that came out this week. So when it came to like where this song from Just As It Is sat on my playlist, it wasn't very high. To be honest, maybe I just wasn't in the club mood.
Yeah.
And this
but
is one song
I
versus
do
the whole
agree
album.
though that this is a very good new transition for them, and I think maybe it is because it just sounds so different from everything else I was listening to that it have yet to catch up to this trend that they are starting.
I feel like K-pop audio wise, we are maybe hopefully coming out of the new Jack Swing. There's just so much of that, and we've dipped a lot into early 2000s R&B sound, kind of stripped down version, and now we're in like a strange Justin Timberlake inspired moment. There's been at least like 3 or 4 songs just ripping directly from his catalog.
Every solo male artist right now.
Yeah, it does make me appreciate like, wow, there was actually a strong variety of sounds coming out like in the early 2000s. It makes me appreciate like, oh, okay, yeah, there is because K-pop is methodically working its way through that time and like mining everything from it. And hearing this BlackPink song, I'm like, I forgot about this sound.
And then the only other thing that I just remembered, because I looked at my notes, that I noticed when I listened to it the first time, and I'm not sure if it's just the version I was listening to or the monitor I was listening to it on, but it did feel like, at least within the mix of their voices, that it felt like they were all recorded separately. Like there was something different about the way Jisoo's voice sounded on this song versus Lisa versus and just not necessarily in like performance, just in like audio recording texture, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I noticed that. And also, like, a lot of the times you see these behind the scenes and they're in the studio, but they're piecemealing the song together. It's not like they're all together singing it in one take or something. They always go in the booth and, oh, you have these parts. And so you do your thing and then they leave. And then the next, like Red Velvet or something, they all, you know what I mean? It's not like they're doing.
Petey Nim is saying they're not even in the same studio using the same equipment. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't hear that.
Or
I think
maybe it
Jisoo
was
just has a
just
different voice.
how like listening to them all together for the first time in a while, that hearing them individually, like, I don't know, they stood out more individually to me than
That may have
felt
been
like
on purpose,
the cohesiveness of a previous BlackPink songs.
Maybe. I was struck by the vocal mixing and how the vocals stood out so strongly from the instrumental of the track. They like, it had the potential to be mixed differently and have the vocals get lost, but they just like rings with so much clarity above the instrumental, which is good, I thought. And their vocals have improved. I think their skill, their technique.
Technology, maybe, too.
Yeah, that too.
I'm just kidding.
Love
I'm just
all
kidding.
The
Don't come from
tongue-in-cheek
the-
comments.
I know. They're like, you're a once. I like, that's why you said
Yeah,
that.
you're a hater.
I'm not. I like BlackPink, too.
No, yeah, they did it. Shall we move on to the visuals?
Oh, the visuals, yes. Special effects.
Special effects galore from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So, something that fans are talking about with this video is the potential use of AI versus CGI. And wish we had Peter on here to comment on it.
What about it?
There
Well,
are,
yeah.
if you pause frames and you look at certain graphics, especially like on the billboards and then in the background of like how the sceneries look, there's a certain kind of blending of fingers in some of those, especially like of the images of themselves on the billboards, and there's certain kind of weird blending of like certain like sceneries of the buildings that make it almost feel like they were, again, more like AI generated versus maybe a kind of pre-designed thing in like just like a straight up computer graphic.
Yeah, kind of.
I think the main criticism is one that's a sign of the times we're in, is that viewers resent and are pushing back on being fed something that is attempting to deceive them, something that's in the uncanny valley, something that if you like let your gaze go unfocused, you might be fooled into thinking, okay, these are real people, real bodies doing something. And like the deception of that deep fake kind of stuff is something we're seeing more across social media. It's definitely coming up on TikTok and Instagram now. These videos that are not that easy to spot anymore of the difference. It's kind of dark, actually, to think how close they're getting to human. And so I think that the comments on this video and the use of AI are part of that larger backlash of like, we're starting to be deceived more, and it's harder to tell when we're seeing like true human beings, people in the video, or being lied to in a way.
And especially from a
interesting.
group like BlackPink, who we know now have the budget to pay people to take the time, animators, artists, things like that, to instead of just either doing it the quick way.
Is this
and using
speculation,
AI.
or is it like actually proven, or somebody said that, oh no, those people weren't there, those aren't extras, they weren't hired? Or is this somebody just on the internet
I've seen
talking?
some, I mean, I haven't seen like staff who are in the making of the video confirm that. I have seen some commentators online like freeze certain frames or slow down certain things. To Michaela's point, you can see certain videos or certain body parts look blended or warped or curved in a way that is unnatural. And it's like, okay, that's not a real person, because their body wouldn't do that. But they're catching them in screenshot in that way. And I think the worst part is that the actual BlackPink members sometimes have shots like that, where like something in their face shifts and it doesn't look like them anymore when you catch them in a screenshot, and you can tell
some of it, but
some of it, yeah.
It's still CGI though. It's
no,
not.
that's not CGI.
What's
Well, see, CGI would be like green screen, or their real body, their real head is in the frame, but all the stuff going on behind them is different. Or like their real body is running, but is sped up. Like in the scene where they are running, for example, if you zoom in on their face, like there's no reason why it shouldn't be their real face singing the lines.
But that's still CGI.
But it's not.
It's computer generated images, CGI. So what's
yeah,
the
but there's no
between-
reason why their face should be computer generated like AI. Like we
I
should
guess
be able
so.
to see their real face singing.
But remember,
it's
like
not.
in that Red Velvet, not Red. It was like Irene and Selgi's last video, the tilt one,
Yeah.
and they have that too, where it's just like it's not their face, but there's like weird stuff going on. But that's still CGI.
Well, that's that. Well, it's not trying to look real. It's trying to look like artistic or digitized in a way. Like when it's trying to look real, that's the problem. I think that's what fans are saying. Like, oh, you're trying to trick us.
That's still interesting because it's like, where's the line? It's like where it's intentionality. And so like that's subjective. And so then you have to say, oh, you're trying to trick us. But it's like, are they? It's interesting.
Yeah, I think they might have pushed too far. Like just looking at people's comments, they might have gone a little too far in that direction.
Maybe. I look at that and I just go, are people in the comments just reacting to something that's not there too? And I'm not saying that they are or they are not. I'm just saying like it's possible, right? Like maybe it's like they did that intentionally, or maybe it's just, no, they just didn't pay extra for the CGI, so it didn't look good. And no one will notice because it's going so fast, so who cares? And then someone stopped and said, look at this detail. And then people are like, that must mean that they're intentionally trying to deceive us or something. And is that real? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like if you're going to deceive us, like go all the way and don't let us catch you.
Just do some. But I didn't really get that from the video. I feel like they put the work in, like the members put the work in, and I don't know. It worked. So I don't know. I mean, I really don't know if it's a backlash or if it's a controversy or what, because I never heard any of that. But
oh, really? That's like the most I'm seeing, like
really
across like Koreaboo, Reddit, YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're Korea. I mean, you know, they're looking for clicks. They're looking for, you know how they say, oh, netizens would say this, or netizens have said this about whatever. And it's just two people on the internet that said something, and then they make a story about it.
No, John, you need to look more on Reddit or the forums, or
what if it's AI?
Or the YouTube comments?
What if it's a bot farm that's just like
then we're just like we're screwed. There's just like so many then all we have to rely on is our own feelings and our own eyes.
Right.
Yes. But it's our job here as the podcast to try and represent not just our individual views, but what we're seeing in the community. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm sharing.
I'm glad that you're sharing. I just was, interested and curious about like where this came from, because
this is something I studied in grad school as well, like the sociological implications of AI, deep fake, and how I worked in YouTube's trust and safety team as well, how it's really tough. What do you do if somebody's taking someone's identity and making a deep fake video of it? How do you prove it? Like these are real things happening. Yeah, someone puts BlackPink members in a porn video.
What?
Yeah. Oh, that's so common. That's rampant.
That's not right.
Yeah, exactly. So that I think the shadow of that kind of stuff is looming here.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Michaela, what do you think of this? She's like, I'm staying out of it.
No, I'm trying to get us back to talking about other things.
She's like, let's go back to what we were supposed to talk about.
Obviously the AI conversation is a conversation that has been happening about the music video. Some of the other conversations or at least that we were thinking about, is just the timing of this release in general. Like, again, just looking at the the music video and saying like, okay, maybe if there was AI, was it because maybe this release was rushed? And looking at their choreo, if it kind of seemed like it wasn't a full performance, especially when they were performing it live at Goyang, maybe that was also rushed. There's kind of a feeling, or at least in some of the comments that I was seeing about the music video, was that this whole comeback was just kind of really just something that they tried to just put together for a timing thing, especially right before the US leg of the tour, but it wasn't necessarily something that was put together with like more quality intention than a BlackPink comeback deserves.
I can see that, yes and no. Like we just went over how smart and intentional it was to produce the song like this with this timing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot to discuss and to appreciate about the video, and it fits. I think it's basically, someone said this is like BlackPink's turn down for what moment. I'm just like a crazy party track, and I think the video fits that. I don't remember seeing many teasers and build-ups to this comeback. That feels different and odd. Did I just miss it? Yeah. Like I did not anticipate. I did not know it was coming out.
Didn't either.
And I didn't know what it would sound like.
Video game because of the way it looked. I was like, seriously, like I was like, is this part of a video? Literally, is this part of a video game? I didn't know.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if instead of a single, they released a video game.
Yeah, and they could. Maybe this will be a thing.
Yeah, and one more note on the visuals is we don't see many K-pop videos these days that look so like brown washed or tan washed with the color. And I looked into this, and that washing over everything is representative of a lot of how TV and movies looked in the early 2000s. Yeah, and so like really? Sonically and visually, they're bringing us back to that time.
That's interesting, because I thought like a lot of David Fincher and all those guys in the 2000s were like, it was all blue. There's blue, but then there's also like tan, brown, washed kind of stuff. It was either one of those two. Yeah,
in the movies and the
normal
shows. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, no, no normal. Yeah, that and that contrast with the more vibrant colors in the 90s. Yeah, there's always like switching off in the generations and the look. And so yeah, I do see, even though this is a big departure from the vibrancy and the pop of their previous releases visually, I do see a coherence in the audio and the visual here. They're going for a certain vibe. Yeah.
Club.
They're going for the club. Straight to the club. Where we all fam.
Mm-hmm.
But Michaela, do you think this was maybe rushed or less?
And that's kind of, that is the side of the fence that I'm on. Mm-hmm. It's just maybe again, it's been so long, and I feel like there's all four of them are still like at the peak of their solo eras, that I feel like even whatever they were going to do right now at the point in their career was never going to be at least to the scale or to the same kind of or again with the build up, with the teasers, like what we come to expect with a BlackPink comeback. I don't know. Maybe you can think of this release more as just, you know, a special side project for the tour, a special side project for whatever video game they're coming out with in the future.
Yo, doesn't it kind of look like maybe GTA?
Maybe that's the problem that I'm having, is I'm approaching it with like when their last album came out or when their last EP came out versus, okay, maybe this is, you know, just it's still just a single right now.
It's funny how, like, you know, you have hindsight, because it's like both of you are like veteran. I only got it. Actually, I got into K-pop because of BlackPink. Do. So
really?
That was the reason. I watched that and I was just like, they're doing this. What is this?
All right, I'm in. Hooked.
So when I'm, you know, like I'm looking at that and the arc of their career from that point anyway. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you can say all the stuff about like, I didn't expect it, I didn't hear about it, and usually from BlackPink you would expect this thing, but it's also been 3 years, and it's also been the pandemic, and so it's now a different generation. You know, it's like I've lived through a million generations, so I see this over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's like the fans that are from like the Mariah Carey, and then hearing the same sample in the Lotto record. And it's just like, there's certain things that you kind of expect, but then the kids don't have any context. So they don't have any of this. And so they're just looking at it and enjoying whatever is like being thrust upon, so that part of it I think is really interesting too, because the people have to think about what they're going to sell. And it's like, do we do our normal thing? Right. Do we do our thing where we normally do this way and this is a tradition or something, or do we just abandon it? And because it's a different generation and it's a TikTok generation now. So they all have phone brain and they're all sitting there like scrolling all the time. So they consume 15, 10, 5-second things at once. So this needs to be something that does that, and
it's
let's just
overstimulating right away.
Totally. You said it.
That's a really great point, John, that there's a lot of folks, maybe younger folks, people of all ages who have not heard a BlackPink record or seen the music videos from 3 years ago. Like maybe their first introduction was something like Apate or like Jenny. And now they're going to get the BlackPink release in their feed, and like they're a clean slate. More ready to be impressed and enjoy something like this versus those of us who have been around for a while and we're like, oh, this is different.
Or maybe they just binged K-pop Demon Hunters and was like, oh, there's like an actual K-pop Demon Hunter group touring in my state right now. Maybe I'll go see them and check out what's up.
Yeah.
And that vocal mix too that you were talking about, Stephanie, is like the vocals are very upfront, but they're not anywhere near as upfront as in K-pop Demon Hunters. When I was watching, I watched it in headphones and it was just like, where's the music? There's no kick.
That's true. That's all vocals. No, you're right. Yeah. So I just got to go back to the point about production and like human live bodies. Like, yes, it could have been an artistic choice to have it look like a video game. And just like compare the scaled, like lots of people moving in this video versus how it felt to watch Like Jenny for the first time.
Ooh.
With all of those dancers synchronized and just like the feel of that, knowing that it's all people who have trained.
Have you seen the movie called Mother with Jennifer Lawrence? It was a Darren Aronofsky film from like maybe
I've heard of it. I saw the trailer.
It's like, and then there's a new one by Ari Aster, which I don't recommend you see. I loved it, but it's crazy. Okay. It's like basically it's described as a nightmare comedy, but it's like surreal, like all this surrealness about like weird people and crowds, and it's just like a nightmare that you would have with like people just acting strange. And that's what I felt like that was giving, it was just kind of like the zombie kind of people are just like headbanging like uncontrollably, like they were being controlled by something known as BlackPink. And then it's like they're kind of like, and then like you were saying before about like they freeze framed and those aren't actually people. That might have been intentional because it's just like this we're in this weird time. And so maybe that's what the art was reflecting. It's like we're in this AI level now, so let's freak.
I'd buy that they're intentionally trying to make it look kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Like give you the ick a little bit.
I mean, some of the things, like when they go in the ear, the mouth was funny, but then they like split
the ear is like
and there's carpeting on the sides of that girl's head. And then they went into the ear and it was like watching an old Bjork video or something. I was like, this is interesting, It's like the guy who did Delicatessen. There's a couple of other films that like use this surreal, like Salvador Dali kind of melting clock thing.
Dali.
Yeah. So it's just, I feel like they were doing, those were like, they were kind of nodding to that.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's a lot in 2 minutes.
Definitely gave us a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Pass it to PD Nim for any final questions or points.
I think we covered most of the stuff that I think that I wanted to talk about with it.
Pretty well-rounded discussion.
I think the next thing would be just to just kind of wait and see. Because like I said, they just kicked off the U.S. leg of their tour. The first live performance of Apate with Bruno Mars on stage.
Yeah, Bruno Mars in LA. Oh my gosh, yes.
So it'd be again because this release came out of nowhere, I'm really curious if there's anything else coming up, and I really hope there is, because again, I love solo era BlackPink, but I'm just very curious, like now that they're almost celebrating their 10-year anniversary next year, where this new sound is gonna go, and if they're gonna like lean harder into it for a new single or new album, or maybe a game OST or whatever else they're dipping their toe into.
Yeah, I'm putting my money on video game after this, and Demon Hunters. Yeah, maybe some kind of Demon Hunter.
Maybe their own. Maybe it's an animated series of BlackPink, the Demon Hunters.
Why not? World is their oyster. All right. It's time to wrap up here. So let's let our listeners know where they can find us on the socials, starting with our special guest, DJ John.
You can find me on the IGs and the other stuff. DJJohn.com has links to everything. DJ John official across the board pretty much. And I do some reaction videos, and I just try to be funny because I don't know what's going on ever. But
you know a lot of what's going on.
You can find us all on the Slack too.
Aw, thanks. You can find me on Instagram at Catchlight.
And I'm at PDNim on the K-Pop Cast Slack. And of course, please consider donating to our Ko-fi. Shout out to Chelsea H. And also, I'll add, please subscribe if you're not subscribing. Like, if you've been listening to us consistently and you're only seeing us because we're popping up in your algorithm, you know, maybe check if you're subscribed, because that really helps us out.
Hey, Stephanie, I want to ask you something. What's Catchlight 20? What is that?
What is that? Well then, never thought you'd ask. Club Catchlight was an underground hip-hop club in Hongdae, Seoul.
Really?
That I stumbled upon the first time I went to Korea in winter 2008. And I got to see, like, for $30 tops, I got to see Dynamic Duo perform.
What?
I got to see Primary, the producer, a bunch of other acts.
Yeah.
Gary on. Oh my gosh, yeah. Korean hip hop royalty was there at the underground Club Catchlight.
Wow. So that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Ever since then, that's been my username.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
$30. Not today.
$30.
Not today. Nope. It's an arm and a leg to
now.
see any of them. Exactly. Thanks for asking. All right. Bye, everybody.